It is said that on a dark and stormy night, in a year not too long before our own, a terrifying occurrence happened in this very house. Two sisters were cursed by a jealous witch. The curse laid upon these sisters were that they would spend eternity trapped within the confines of cold celluloid film. Trapped in this prison, they would be forced to live their lives through some of the worst B-movies in history. Join us tonight as we bring to you the Mad Monster Mashup.
Eulogy, Mortem trapped in a screen. Black and white nightmare, ain't no dream. He would by our side but can't break free, living in a shadow of misery. Zombies crawl, shadows creep, thunder cracks, no safe sleep. He would swings his bat but they keep coming. Eulogy, Mortem started running. Locked in a ring, spinning wild, lost in a fleck, screaming loud. Eulogy, Mortem can't wake up. He was fighting but out of luck.
Well, hello, darlings. Welcome back to the Mad Monster Cinema. Now, hold on. I know that you have not heard from me in quite some time, but you know what? Things have been crazy around here. They've been crazier than a shit fight in a monkey house. Oh, yes. I mean, times are bad. We all know that. And I mean, it looks like they're just gonna get badder. Or worse, or something like that. So, with that being said, we've had to do budget cuts. Oh, I know. Budget cuts. Which means I've lost a lot of things. I mean, I've lost a writer. I've lost a director. I mean, that really wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, I do most of the shit myself. But anyway, the big thing is it means that we have to show lower quality films. Yeah. Even lower quality than what we used to show. I mean, is it even possible? Anyway, yes, now we have to show lower quality films. So, I need to go get some books and things together to look at some more things to cut out of my budget. And with that being said, we have a whole new thing that we have to do. You see, our show now has to be more educational. Yes. It's a rule that we have to follow, so in order to get a little extra money. So we had to make the show educational. I shot this little thing that you're about to see, and it'll tell you a little bit more about the movie. I'll see you when we come back from that.
All right, now we will go ahead and start this new segment. And here, let me get paperwork together. Well, hell, I'll just wing it. All right. Tonight we're going to be showing you a film called Blood Lies Dead. It's a 1961 American horror thriller. It was written and directed by Ralph Brooks, and starring Wilton Graff, June Kenny Jones, Laura Eugene Person, a whole bunch of people that we've never even heard of, and Robert Reed. I wonder if he's any relation to Steve Reeves. Oh, wait, that was Steve Reeves, and we're talking about Robert Reed. Anyway, I digress. It's based, without attribution, on Richard Connell's 1924 short story, The Most Dangerous Game. It was produced by Robert H. Bagley, and its plot follows four young adults who visit a tropical island only to become prey for a sadistic hunter. It was filmed in 1959, but it wasn't released until 1961. Then it was ran as a second film on a double feature with The Devil's Hand. Kind of like what we're doing tonight. Anyway, Bloodlust is an uncredited adaptation of Richard O'Connell's short story, The Most Dangerous Game, as I've said before. So, if you think about it in perspective, this movie started out as some intellectual shit that tried to be scary shit. It just wound up being goofy shit. I mean, versions of the story have made it, there's many theatrical films, bunches and bunches of them. It was also shorts and made for television movies at least 17 times between 1932 and 2016. You would have think I got the message. Bloodlust was filmed in 1959 at Screencraft Studios in Hollywood. Who the hell is Screencraft Studios? I've never heard of them, and I've heard of all of them, I thought. But anyway, by Cinegraph Productions, there's another one. I don't know who the hell they are either. But it was not released by Crown International Pictures. I wish I had some Crown right now. Until 13th of September of 1961. Then it premiered in San Diego. Boy, if it flopped in San Diego, that meant it had to be pretty bad. On a double bill with The Devil's Hand, and the film was distributed by Astral Films in Canada in 1963, and was also released in Mexico and the Soviet Union, although at unspecified dates, and I don't blame them. And all the posters, Lily Ann Chauvin's first name is misspelled Lillian on both American and Mexican posters and lobby cards for the film. She and Graff shared top billing despite her minor role in the movie. Minor, whatever. When you talk about reception, critical reception of the movie was poor. Imagine that. In a review of its co-feature, The Devil's Hand, film critic Margaret Hartford wrote just one succinct paragraph about Bloodlust. It said, Wilton Graff, another veteran actor turned to villainy, plays a mad scientist in the companion feature. The title is Bloodlust, which should be sufficient warning for anyone. And the reviews did not get any better. In a short review, British film critic Phil Harvey said Bloodlust is a wretched misuse of the Richard Connell story and called the Dr. Baloo character a dismal pervert pursuing teenagers whose bodies he stores in glass tanks. That pretty much sums up the whole thing. Well, Bloodlust could be mistaken for the similarly titled Bloodlust, one of multiple English-language films of the 1977 West German film Mosquito der Schnander, which literally means Mosquito the Rapist. It and the 1970 American movie Blood Mania shared a combo poster, or both movies that was used to promote a drive-in theater double feature. Both films carried R ratings in the USA, which required people under the age of 17 to be accompanied by a parent or an adult guardian. Oh, you know, the same old usual bullshit. Bloodlust was sold to a TV station in October of 1963, about 2 years after its theatrical release. West Hampton Features, a division of Desilu, you know who that was owned by, Ricky Ricardo and Lucille Ball. It was part of a 41-film package, which also included The Devil's Hand. And even back then, a horror host wouldn't show it. So with all of this said, let's go ahead and dive into tonight's film, Bloodlust. God. Ugh.
Oh, welcome back. Wasn't that educational? Yes. You know, this stuff is confusing as hell. I'm going through all these different things, and I found one here. It says that I have to cut catering out of my budget. Where in the hell would I have catering? I've never understood it. Give me those. Anyway, while I go through these files, will you go ahead and start the film? I hope you enjoy it. Oh, I'll see you in a bit.
Tony, watch it, will you? We want to get back to port nice and dry.
Yeah, you trying to drown us or something? Don't worry. Just don't worry. Get you all home safe and sound. I can navigate this stuff with one hand.
Uh-oh, Johnny, I think he's at it again.
If he does that once more, I think I'm going to get sick.
I think all this action has made the fish sick. I can't seem to make any contact with them at all.
Okay, Betty, let her go.
Hey, not bad. Not bad at all.
Here, you want to try it?
Sure. Only there's one hitch.
What?
No more bottles.
I guess we'll have to play a different game.
What else can we do out here?
Well, this is always fun. Oh! Of all the girls in the world, I had to get mixed up with the daughter of a judo expert.
Daddy told me lots of men like to wrestle.
Well, that's not exactly what I had in mind.
Hey, come here. Come here.
What is it?
Look at that. There's an island way over there that I don't remember seeing before.
Well, this is the brightest day we've had in our vacation. Must have been hidden in the mists out there before.
Oh, a mysterious hidden island. Let's go ashore.
What for?
Well, maybe we can find some hidden pirate treasures.
Maybe it would be fun. But what do you say, Johnny?
Oh, why not? This boat's costing us enough. We might as well see everything we can. Hey, Tony, put in here. We want to go ashore.
Boy, he's really tied one on this time.
Looks like he's going to be out for quite a while.
What are we going to do?
Well, I know I can get this boat in close enough to the island to get the anchor down. But I'm not sure I can get us back to the main island. So, I guess our little treasure hunt's the best thing to do until our navigator sobers up. You and the girls get the dinghy ready. I'll take us in closer to the shore.
Okay.
back, you fool! Don't land there! Come back!
Hey, I wonder if anyone lives here.
Oh, no chance. If there'd have been any natives on this island, they'd have spotted the boat before now. Been down here trying to sell us hand-painted coconuts.
What do we do now?
Well, my intuition tells me that Captain Kidd buried his loot over there. Hey, let's race up there. Last one doesn't get any of the jewels, huh? Say what I tell you. This looks just like the remains of Captain Morgan's flagship.
Oh, but back there you said it was Captain Kidd.
I did? Well, I guess one pirate's gold is as good as another's.
I think I found something. Hey, I think I found something. Oh, what is it? Armor? Pirate's armor?
Well, let's just say it's something the tide washed in. I think you're just a little too young to know about it.
Hey, gang, come here.
Did you find something, Johnny?
You bet I did. Look,
Ooh, what is it?
it's some of the best eating in these waters. A lot of clams around here, too.
I'm getting hungry. Hey, let's have a clam bake.
Right. But let's have a tropical style, huh?
Well, how do you mean?
Well, look, Pete and I'll go into the jungle and get some banana leaves. We'll wrap the clams in them and bake them in a hole in the sand. You girls stay here and dig for something.
Oh, that's fine. All except the last part.
Huh?
Where you go, we go. Right? Right. We'll all go for the leaves, and then we'll all dig.
Okay, okay. Come on, let's go.
The jungle without banana trees.
Hey, wait a minute.
Cigarette pack.
It's not too old either. I can still smell the tobacco.
That means that somebody does live here.
Well, not necessarily. Maybe somebody just went exploring a couple of days ago and then sailed away.
I don't know why, but I'm scared. Let's go back to the boat.
Oh, there's nothing to be scared of.
Oh, no. It'll only take a few minutes. Then we'll be back at the beach. Come on.
Oh, we've got to get him out of there. He looks hurt.
Right, I'll get some vines. We can use them to pull him out.
Oh, this is a trap. It was deliberately dug here.
But who could have done it?
Oh, I don't know. But I do know that as soon as we get him up out of that hole, we're getting out of here. Wait a minute, Pete. I'll climb down. We'll need you here to pull him up.
Okay, but be careful.
Okay.
Okay, start pulling.
Help them, quickly.
Yes, I came here shortly after the war. I wanted to live in a world of my own. A world completely free from any kind of outside pressures.
Yeah, but what do you do here?
Yeah, how do you get any kicks in a place like this?
Kicks? Oh, I've found diversions. I've developed a kind of passion for hunting.
Oh, that's it. That's why the trap was...
No. You're quite wrong. You see, this island was once the stronghold of some renegades from the mainland. There may be one or two of them still lurking in the jungle. The trap must have been their handiwork.
But all these different animals, they can't be native to this island.
They weren't. But you must know what money can accomplish. It's quite simple to import any kind of wild beast from anywhere in the world. As other men collect fame and riches, I collect trophies.
Get out of my way.
I thought you had visitors. I hear these strange voices.
Yes, Dean. These young people have stumbled onto my retreat. I see that you're not feeling well again this evening.
That's right. Maybe shouldn't bother with introductions now. I'll go back to my room.
I think that'll be best. You can meet our young friends later.
That's right. Meet our young friends later. Later.
It's really too bad. Dean was once a very brilliant man, but I keep him here with me because I feel sorry for him. And he's an excellent chess player. I know you'll all enjoy his company when he's sober and you get a chance to know him.
Well, I'm sure that's right, sir, but I don't think we'll get the chance. We have to leave now. You see, our boat's anchored off the island.
I'm afraid that's quite out of the question. You'd never make it through this animal-infested jungle tonight.
But our boat, you see, the man who owns it doesn't know we went ashore. And he's sure to wake up.
You can put your minds at rest. I have a very competent staff. They'll take care of everything. Will you excuse me a moment? I'll be right back.
Johnny, what are we going to do? This place gives me the creeps.
Oh, I don't know. I kind of like to see what gives.
Yeah, sure. And what do you think's going to happen when Tony wakes up and finds us gone? He'll head straight back to port. Maybe remember to report us missing. We're liable to be stuck here for days.
Don't worry about that. Tony won't be going anywhere without us.
What do you mean?
I mean, I made sure of that before we left the boat by taking the rotor. He won't be able to start the engines without it.
Oh, Pete, you're wonderful.
Well, that takes care of the boat, but...
Hold it. I think he's coming back.
May I present my wife? Sandra, Betty, Jeannie, Johnny, and Pete. I was sure that you would want to make them welcome to our island.
Naturally. I am glad to see you. Will you be staying for a while?
Well, you see, Mrs. Bellow...
Yes, they will, my dear. I think I've convinced them of the foolishness of trying to leave tonight.
But we don't want to impose.
It's our pleasure. Isn't it, Sandra?
Of course.
And now, if you'll show the girls to the guest room.
Yes. Will you come with me, please?
I've made arrangements for you to spend a comfortable night. We can discuss your leaving in the morning. Sandor has prepared a room for you. He will take you to it.
Well, I don't think we
Good
ought...
night. Don't worry. Everything will be taken care of.
Dean, we have to be careful. He could walk in any minute. And his spies are all over the house.
I know. I can't take much more of his madness, Sandra. I can't go on forever pretending to be a useless drunk. Now we've got to try to escape. We've got to try again.
But how, Dean, how? He can never allow anyone to leave this place alive. And he has made sure no one ever will.
I know. I'm going to gamble on a long shot. And now with these kids here, I think we've got a chance.
What do you mean?
I've worked it all out in my mind.
Ah, Sandra. Entertaining our guest? You've recovered from your indisposition, I see. I'm glad.
Thank you.
I was just about to take a turn around the grounds. Wouldn't you two like to join me? You go out so seldom.
I am tired, Alex. I was about to go to my room.
Dean?
No. No, thank you. I think I'll turn in, too.
Then you won't mind escorting Sandra to her room, will you?
Of course not. Good night.
Dean, I've worked out a very satisfactory design for living here. I think you realize that. I hope you also realize that the presence of those 4 young people here changes nothing as far as we're concerned. I've taken care of everything.
You don't think we're dreaming, do you, Betty?
No, this is no dream. I can't think of a better explanation either.
Come in.
You all right?
So far we are, but I just can't understand what's happening to us.
Neither can I.
That big guy that took us to our room up the hall wasn't very friendly.
Well, I've got a feeling this isn't as friendly a place as that Mr. Below tries to make out.
I still can't figure out how it got here on the island in the first place.
Well, I figured that this house was first built by one of those, crackpot millionaires about 100 years ago. Then when Below found out about it, he sort of moved in.
You know, that could be it. He said he had a lot of money.
But why? Oh, I still don't know what's going on here.
Well, it's a cinch nobody's going to tell us. So we'll just have to find out for ourselves.
Yeah, but how?
Let's split up and have a look around.
Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of scared.
Well, there's nothing to be scared about. I mean, I'll be with you.
That's right. And Betty, you'll be with me. Now, listen. Don't get into anything you can't handle. And if you find out anything, head straight back here, and we'll do the same. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, this is where we split. Pete, you and Jeannie go that way.
Okay.
Don't make a sound. I promised to release you, but only to swear not to cry out. All right. Go back to your room. We'll go with you. We've got to talk to you. What's this all about?
Please go back to your room. We cannot talk here. Please. There is death all around us.
Okay, Betty, come on.
Hurry. Well, there's something I want to tell you. Unless you do exactly as I say, you'll never get off this island.
Stairway there that leads down into some kind of a tunnel. So come on, let's see where it goes.
Please, listen to him. We are trying to help you and ourselves.
I don't understand any of it.
Well, I'll try and explain it as quickly as I can. First, we better have your friends from the other room in here.
But they're not there.
What?
Oh, they're out in the house somewhere. They're trying to find out what's going on, just as we were when you stopped us.
That's bad.
Well, I'll go look for them.
No, stay here. I want you to hear this first. Let's just pray that they'll be all right.
Play! I can't play. Play! Yes, ma'am.
All right. This is usually the part where I get to talk about what we've already seen in the film. And, I don't have a writer anymore.
Still don't know what's going on here.
So, instead of that, we can talk about some more things that I have to get rid of because of the budget. I mean, the overhead. The overhead. Have you seen my overhead? Yeah, I know. It was a really good one. I've had it since I was in school. Anyway, you guys go take a look at these commercials and we'll be back with more Bloodlust.
Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of scared.
You know, this film is so cheap. How cheap is it? Yeah, I've heard all that before. This film is so cheap they couldn't afford any blood or lust. Let's dive back into some more of tonight's feature, Bloodlust, while I try to figure out more of this budget.
can't believe it. It's just too awful.
Every word is true. I swear it.
You have to believe us.
Not a word about this.
Somebody, give me a hand.
Oh, here. It's on the bed.
Jeannie.
You'll never believe what we saw. I don't believe it myself.
We just heard about it. I guess it's true, then.
They told you about an unbelievable nightmare. It's true, all right.
Well, that settles it. We've got to try and get out of here tonight.
Tonight? Yeah. Sandra and I have been saying that to each other every night for the last year.
Why haven't you ever tried?
Never had the opportunity. Bello has always kept us pretty well covered.
What can we do?
Well, I have a plan, but I think it'll give us all a good chance. Now, Sandra, you and Betty stay here and watch after Jean and be sure she's all right. Johnny, I want you and Peter to meet me in the trophy room in a little while. Oh, it's all right. We have the run of the house. Only be careful what you say.
Yeah, but what about Bello?
You don't have to worry about him for a couple of hours. He's out in the jungle again. After another trophy.
You think this Gerard character's on the level?
Well, he must be. Anybody in their right minds would want to get out of this place. And I don't think he's nuts.
I just had to make sure that Bello had really gone.
Well, does he go out every night?
Yes. Every night that he can hunt.
What? I mean, who?
Who? Out there in that jungle, there are already several men that he's driven insane. And now there's also probably the owner of your boat.
Tony? Well, he must still be out in the boat. The engines won't work.
No? I'm sure that by now Bello's men have taken that boat to the other side of the island. To the Hidden Cove.
Hidden Cove? Well, where's that?
That's where your only chance for escape lies.
How do you mean?
There's several boats moored offshore. Someone will have to swim out to one of them and try to make it to the mainland to get help.
Well, I'm not much of a swimmer, but I'll try.
No. I'll do that myself. And Sandra will come with me.
Sandra?
That's right. She's an excellent swimmer. And even if we don't make it, drowning would be better than what Bello had in mind for both of us.
Well, where do we fit into all this?
I'm going to tell you. You're going to have to cover for us. If the guards find us gone, divert their attention until we get to the boat. And after that, I'm afraid you'll have to look out for yourselves until I can come back with help.
Johnny?
Well, I know it doesn't sound very promising, but believe me, it's the only chance you've got.
Well, I guess we'll have to take it then.
Good. Now listen to me. The first thing we do is go over to the North Shore.
Did they get away?
So far, so good. I went as far as the front door with them. Nobody saw them.
Well, those guards must be getting careless. One of them walked right by Sanders' room without checking it.
Hold it.
Do you think he knows?
I don't know. But Dean and Sandra have had time to get into the jungle. Let's hope they make it to the cove.
Wait a minute.
Do you think we have to stop, Dean?
Now, wait a minute. I just want to make sure of the direction. That guard won't be back right away. Yes, that's it.
Dean,
What is it?
I may never get a chance to see this again. I love you with all my heart.
Darling, we won't fail. We can't fail.
find anything?
No. I listened to two guards talking. One of them had been over to the cove, but he didn't mention anything about the boats.
It's been 2 days now and no word.
What I can't understand is why we haven't heard from Belleau before now.
You don't think...
I don't know what to think. Hold it. Somebody's coming.
What's going on in there, Johnny?
You game to try and find out?
You don't mean...
I think the answers to all our questions lie behind that wall. We're going to find out right now.
Good evening. This is a pleasant surprise. I wasn't expecting you, but I'm glad to see you. Come in, won't you? I have something I'd like to show you. Welcome to my private trophy room. I had intended to show it to you in time, but why not now? That's Jacoby. He had strangled 7 women before he found his way to my island. His experience made him an adversary worthy of my skill.
You mean you hunted these people down, and then killed them and did that to them?
Exactly. I hunted them. And shall I tell you why? I'd been a scholar all my life. I was curator of a large museum when the war began. I, who had never killed anything in my life, found myself assigned to duty as a sniper, a sharpshooter, because of my steady hand and keen eyesight. It amuses me now that I found it distasteful at first. And as time went by, I adjusted to my new activity, and what had been an unpleasant duty became a pleasure. Then it developed into a passion, and then into a lust for blood, a lust that has grown with the years, and one that I spend my entire life trying to satisfy. Don't be afraid. I've merely preserved my trophies as they were at the moment of my trial. I see that my latest trophy has really impressed you. I'm glad, because I think it's the best thing I've done so far. And because they tried to betray me, it gave me great satisfaction. I must leave you now. Since you had no difficulty finding your way here, I'm sure that when Miss Scott has regained her composure, you'll be able to see her to her room. Oh, yes. There's one thing more I'd like to have you see before you go. You'll notice that this niche has room for 3 or even 4 trophies. I think it'll be wonderful sport. Don't you?
Listen, Mr. Below, fun's fun. But if you think we're going to be the clay pigeons in your shooting gallery, you're just a little far out.
Take it easy, Johnny. He must be kidding. I mean, there must be an explanation for all of this, isn't there? Well, isn't there?
I think I've made myself quite clear.
But you can't mean that you're going to hunt Johnny and Pete like you did those others. As if they're animals.
Animals? No, not like animals. I'm going to hunt them as men. Men of brains and cunning. Just as I stalked and hunted men when I was in the army. On islands not very different from this one.
Tony!
Yes, Tony. I think it only fair that he should be here at this time because he's going to take part in the game, too.
No, please, don't send me out there with them.
Tony, you've outlived your usefulness to me. I paid you well to provide me with subjects in the past. I warned you not to use your boat for other purposes. But since you've been so foolish as to allow these young people to find their way here without my knowledge, I think it only right that you should share their fate.
Do you mean...
That's exactly what I mean. Tony was my source of supply for subjects. In the past, they were always convicts escaped from the penal island. Now I find him no longer dependable.
You really think you can get away with this madness?
Madness? What I've planned is the present evening's diversion.
See, I know he was only kidding. Well, that's just a toy. Well, I couldn't kill anyone. I guess it could kill somebody.
Yes, it can. And soon we'll try to prove it.
Please, Mr. Bellows, don't do this awful thing. Oh, please.
You have nothing to be alarmed about, young lady. You're in no danger, either of you. Your life here with me will be a pleasant one. You'll find me a most accommodating host.
Do you think Jeannie and I'll have anything to do with you if you send Pete and Johnny out and kill them in that jungle?
Yes, I think so. I know so. No one has ever left this island, dead or alive. And since the unfortunate incident involving my wife has left me without feminine company, I look forward to getting to know you both better. Much better.
Look, isn't it enough you have to make sitting ducks out of Pete and me? You have to hurt the girls, too?
Hurt them?
He really means it. What are we going to do?
I think you've asked the wrong person about your future activity. Go with Chandor. Chandor, lock them in their room and then come back at once. Very touching. But to return to your question, Pete, I will tell you exactly what to do up to a certain point. The rest, then, will be up to you. Are you listening to this, Tony? It applies to you, too. The moonlight's bright tonight, so you will make your way to the starting point of the chase. It's in the center of the jungle. Ivor will give you exact directions. The natives used to call it the Tree of Death. I will give you plenty of time to plan your flight before I follow with the crossbow. And just 3 of these. Just 3 shots. That's all I allow myself. Very sporting, don't you think? You haven't answered me. Don't you think it's very sporting of me to allow myself just 1 chance at each of you?
Oh, sure. Real sporting.
Regular Marcus of Queensbury.
In a jungle that you know like the palm of your hand? With that thing that could knock an elephant over? You're going to hunt us down. Of course, we have nothing to defend ourselves with.
Not so fast, not so fast. You haven't allowed me to finish the entire plan of the evening's entertainment. Tony, here, catch. Oh, Tony, it isn't loaded.
You had us alone in here with an unloaded gun.
It's time to start. The odds are not completely one-sided. Your youth and numbers against my skill and experience. You'll find the ammunition in the branches of the tree of death. When that gun is loaded, my life will also be subject to how the hunt goes.
Here it is. I found it.
Why, that rat. That lousy, stinking rat.
Shell. He left only one shell.
That's the way his twisted mind works.
What do you mean?
Don't you see? He allows himself 3 shots, 1 for each of us. And we get 1 shot at him. Well, there's nothing we can do about it. Now, give me the gun and let's get moving.
Oh, no, you don't, Buster. You just hand over that bullet.
Don't be a fool, Tony. I'm a better shot than you are.
Yeah? You ever shot a man?
No.
Well, I have. And I ain't taking any chances on no amateur.
Well, which way should we go?
I don't know which way you two guys are going, but I'm going alone. So long, suckers.
Hey! Hey, come back here!
No, let him go. It's better if we do split up. It doubles our chances.
Oh.
Well, Baloo can't hunt in 2 directions at once. Now, look, the way I figure it, we must be right about in the middle of the island. We'll head that way, try to get to the beach, and then work our way back to the house.
Back to the house? Are you nuts? Well, let's try to find the boat.
Oh, we've got to try and get the girls out first.
Oh, but Below said he wouldn't touch...
Never mind what he said. I know what he meant. I don't like the way those goons of his kept looking at the girls. Come on, let's get started.
I just don't see how you figured
Never mind. We've got to do what we can. And that's the first thing.
Well, here's hoping we find the second thing, whatever that'll be.
The guard's still out there, and wide awake.
Oh, Betty, what are we going to do? Even if we do get out of this room, where are we going to go?
I don't know. Maybe we could find the boys and try to get to the boat.
We don't even know where it is. Oh, it's just no use.
Oh, even this window's locked. Come here, Jeannie. Listen to me. I've got an idea. Don't ask any questions. Just do exactly as I say.
All right. What do you want me to do?
Here. Oh.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I was moving it and it just broke. I'm sure I can fix it if you could get me some glue. I didn't mean to break it. It was such a pretty vase.
Jeannie, come on, hurry. Come on, I'll help you climb out.
Out there? But we'll be killed.
No, we won't. There's a ledge out there. We can work along that till we come to an open window.
But what if there's something...
Never mind, it's the only way. Come on, hurry up. Be careful, too.
It's going to have to go so we catch Tony Bartel.
So, Tony, we come to the end of the trail. I'm disappointed in you, Tony. You've known me long enough to realize that I wouldn't give you a gun without first taking the precaution of removing the firing pin. You find that hard to believe? Well, you see, Tony, if I hadn't given you the gun, you would never have given me the pleasure of seeing your face at the moment of the kill.
Oh, no, please. Please, don't do it, please. I'll never give your secret away. I promise. I'll get you more convicts. I'll never make a mistake again, please.
All right, Tony. I'll reconsider.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You won't be sorry. You won't be sorry.
Enough of this. I have work to do. You get back to the house.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll go right now.
Tony. I have reconsidered.
Sure, I heard a scream.
I can't tell. I think it might just have been a jungle bird.
No, I'm sure it was Tony. That means we're next. Oh, come on, Johnny, let's try and find that boat. It's our only chance.
Now, we're not going to do anything until we get the girls free. Now, come on. I think this is the way to the beach.
Hurry, back to the Tree of Death. We'll pick up the other trail there.
Well, we made it this far.
Yeah, but where is this far?
I don't know, but it's closer to far away than back in that room. Come on.
You'll shiver and shake, quiver and quake when you hear the unearthly, uncanny sound that signals hideous death, the sound of horror.
Now look here. There's a treasure worth $1 million in that cave, and no myth is going to stop us from getting it. I've spent years trying to find this treasure, and now that we're at the end of the rainbow, nothing is going to stop us.
Nothing that's human.
In the ancient caves of Greece, they seek a fortune and release a destructive force beyond control.
Close up all the windows and bolt the doors.
And we thought that egg had turned to stone.
Maria! Are you all right in there?
I'm not going to be for long. Hurry, Pete!
They can't see it. They can't escape it. They can only hear it and fear it. Can only shiver and shake, quiver and quake at that blood-curdling, inhuman sound of horror.
The distance between the Earth and the Moon at its closest proximity is 238,000 miles. We expect to cover this distance in approximately 48 hours.
X minus 5 seconds. 4,
3, 2, 1, 0.
90-degree turn completed.
Reduce power.
Thrill as you get a moon's eye view of Earth. Streak through a barrage of hidden dangers.
Meteorites!
Prepare to jettison tail section. You ready? Go. Reduce power.
Look out!
Door to that terrible workroom I told you about. Oh. Wait a minute. Maybe we can find a knife or something in there. Come on. Over here. We gotta get a couple of these that we can carry easily. Oh, it's no use, Betty. Even if we did, I couldn't use one anyway. Oh, Jean, listen to me.
Good evening, ladies.
Keep away from us. Keep back. I'm warning you, I'll use this. Jeannie, run for the door. He can only get one of us.
Mr. Ballou told me to take good care of you ladies.
Don't come any closer.
Can't you see I'm harmless? I'm not going to hurt you. Can't you see? Can't you see?
What's the use? It's only a matter of time before below catches up with us.
I don't think we are lost. The jungle's thinning out. We must be getting closer to the beach.
So what? I don't mean to put you down, Johnny, but even if we do find the beach, then what are we going to hold?
Well, come on. We got to make time. This way. Don't make a sound. He hasn't seen us yet. Back off.
Can't get out. Sinking.
It's quicksand. Struggle. Keep quiet.
got to get out of here, too.
I can't make it, John. I just can't make it. Get him off of me! Get him off!
The low's not far behind us. I think that's what scared our little friend off. Come on, Pete, you think you can make it?
I got a choice.
Are you hurt?
Just my dignity. Now what?
Oh, we're out of that awful house. Now we'll have to try to find the boys.
I just hope below doesn't find them first.
What's the matter with you, you clumsy ox? Twice tonight you've given our position away, and now you can't even find the trail. I'm grateful that your own stupidity will save me the trouble of getting rid of you. Too bad the leeches will do their work so well. You might have made an interesting specimen for my museum. Oh, I'm sorry, Sandor. I won't be able to stay to enjoy your last moments, but I am urgently required elsewhere.
Okay? I guess so. We better keep moving then. We'll never find the boys just sitting here.
May I say it just once more, please?
What?
I'm scared.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, so am I. But we've got to go on. Let's go this way.
That's Betty. And Jeannie. Come on. You all right? Come on. Let's get out of here, fast. So it's you. I had thought to permit you to enjoy the hospitality of my island while I took care of more pressing business. But since...
Bellow doesn't get us, the strain will.
We're going to have to try a real grandstand play. Betty, did any of Bellow's boys follow you?
From the sound they made, I'd say the whole bunch is out looking for us.
Good. At least they'll be out of the house. Pete, drop down and see if you can see any signs of them.
Pete, be careful.
Put me at him. It's okay. It's okay. Come on.
We haven't got a chance without a gun. We've got to get back into the trophy room.
We can't. We just got out of there.
Well, that's just why we can take a chance on going back there. Bellow's guards will still be out looking for you girls. Now, if we can shake Bellow and get back there before the guards do, we can get the guns and maybe have a chance to stay alive long enough to find the boat. Come on. There's one guy that's not out combing the bushes for us.
Should we jump him, Johnny?
No, I don't think so. I think our best chance is to try and sneak past him. Locked.
You surprised?
Oh, very funny. Don't just stand there. Try and find something to open it with.
Well, after we get it, what are we going to do?
We're going to try and get out of here and find the boat.
Oh, thank goodness. I don't want to stay in here any longer than we have to.
Yeah, that ought to do the trick.
Hurry.
Nick Brooke.
There's no ammo here.
Well, there's got to be. These guns are useless to us without it.
No, I know.
Somebody's coming.
Let's get out of here.
I'm flattered that someone should want a further look at my little souvenir. No one else has ever come back a second time. Alive. It's rather dark in here. Perhaps we should have a little more light. Well, let's try elsewhere. Or there. No? Well. No there either. Well, there's plenty of time. Strange about these old walls. The smallest sound is amplified. If one sits quite still, one can hear the slightest murmur. Sometimes even the slightest breath. There's a certain closeness about this place. I've never corrected it. It helps preserve my trophies. But at times it does make breathing difficult. I've sat here so long that I find I can sit for hours and not make a single sound. Not a single sound. A single sound. Stay just where you are.
That's far enough, fellow. Don't come any closer.
I think it was rather rude of you to force open my gun cabinet, but I'll overlook it since you spared my ammunition chest. Oh, yes. I know your guns are quite useless. No. I wouldn't try that if I were you. It would only hasten your death and that of all your friends.
Okay, Bello. You win.
I never doubted it. Did you?
Well, why don't you get it over with?
Oh, not so fast, my young friend. I have an idea that appeals to me. Let me group you in this setting, alive as you will be in death for all time.
What do you mean?
I'll show you, my dear. I've never had the pleasure of a trial arrangement of my trophies. You, Pete, over there. Move. And you, my dear, I think you look most effective with your arms around Johnny's neck.
Oh, wait a minute. You promised to let the girls live.
That's right. I did promise. But since they obviously helped you kill the guard, I'm afraid I can no longer trust them.
Guard? Oh, we didn't kill any guard.
What?
Honest. The only guard we saw was at the gate, and we sneaked past him.
Quiet. Don't make a sound. Any of you. Not a sound. You, over to my chair, and throw the last switch. Move, quickly. Hurry, the last switch. Shandor, stop. I warn you.
But we're not off this horrible island yet. Those others.
Well, don't worry about them. Now that Below's dead, I don't think they'll give us any trouble. I guess Below never thought he'd be the prize exhibit in his own museum.
That's it. I told you, our budget's calling for films that are really the bottom of the barrel. I mean, that one was just awful. It was just absolutely awful. I don't believe I have ever seen anything quite as bad as that. At least it's been a while. Have you?
It sounded all right to me.
It sounded all right. Well, great. Now we established that it would have made a wonderful radio show. All right, folks. We'll see you next month with a whole new feature as I bring to you The Sound of Horror, which is exactly what he's going to hear in about 10 seconds. I'll see you later. Good night.
Monsieur Daniel. Monsieur Daniel, avec exceptionnellement ce soir 5 jeunes filles du Crazy Horse de Paris.
Ladies and gentlemen, when this phenomenon was first introduced to this country before the war, many people found it hard to believe that such a thing could be possible. You have all now heard of artificial hearts and artificial lungs, so you may be more ready to believe the evidence of your own eyes. The older members of the audience may remember reading in their papers before the war of Professor Van Berg and of his experiments in Germany on living animals, the object of which was to keep the animal alive after the head had been removed from the body. What we are now going to show you is an exact reproduction of that original experiment. There you see her. From her neck come tubes. These are attached to various apparatus and impedimenta upon the platform. While here, of interest to many people, we have the container for a special form of liquid food, which is fed to the young lady continuously, both night and day. Now, many people believe that what we are showing you is not a real live human being, but a waxwork or a dummy. We do not want you to go away with that idea. The attendant is asking the young lady to perform a simple, everyday action. She has asked her to remove her gloves. Now, there is nothing clever or complicated in that for a human being. But could you ever make something mechanical, a robot or an automaton, that could duplicate those actions? We hope that we have been able to convince you that she is alive, though for how long she will live, we cannot say. We want to thank you for your interest, your attention, and your kind patronage. Thank you.
We are about to perform a seance. This seance is about 15 minutes long. If possible, you'll want to get to a quiet place where you won't be disturbed for the duration. It's going to work best if you can set up a chair in the middle of a room. But if you cannot do that, it will work perfectly well anywhere you are sitting. If you attempt this seance while you are standing, you may harm yourself. This seance requires headphones. If you need to pause this and fetch them now, do so. A seance can be terrifying, revelatory, emotional. If you are ever feeling overwhelmed, simply take off your headphones and you will be right back where you started, safe and sound. Ready? Sitting? Do you have your headphones? Let us begin. I'm Oliver Hotto. I am a medium, a hypnotist, and a level 20 mage in the Ordis Templi Occultus. The cameras are here, just in case we capture images of the spirit. Prints are available on the website for purchase. You signed your waiver? There are no refunds, no matter how this goes, due to the nature of the practice. There are no refunds. What is a seance? A seance is a procedure, a ritual for communicating with the other side. I've done a lot of seances in this house. This house is... Close your eyes. Listen to this house. You may not hear anything at all. You may just feel something. An electric tingle raising the hairs on your arm. A presence directly behind you. Maybe there really is something lurking in that shadowy corner, watching you right now. There is something about this house, right? Something about it is not quite correct. Something about it is just a little off. I'm going to place you into a trance now. It's necessary for the ritual. It's perfectly safe, little more than a breathing exercise. Now, take a long, deep breath in and let it out. And again, take a long, deep breath in and let it out. And one last time, take a long, deep breath in and let it out. And if you haven't already, allow your eyes to gently close. Now allow your awareness to gently settle in your feet. Allow a warm, gentle awareness to fill them. Allow this awareness to fill around all the many bones that make up your arches and your toes and your ankles. Let this gentle awareness flow from your feet and ankles up into your calves, behind your shins, up into your knees, and then up into your thighs and your buttocks and your hips, and allow it to fill up the bowl of your pelvis. Now allow this gentle awareness to fill into your lower back and into your abdomen. Allow the awareness to fill up into your chest and to fill in around your heart and your lungs and in between each individual rib. Now allow this awareness to fill up into your shoulders and pour down into your arms, filling up your hands, filling up every single finger. Now allow this awareness to fill up into your neck, into your jaw, into your tongue. Allow the awareness to fill in behind your cheeks. Allow it to wrap around your eyes, to fill in your temples, and finally allow this awareness to fill in your entire cranium all the way to the top of your head. You are now entirely in my trance. Do not, under any circumstances, open your eyes until the seance is over. I need you to nod if you understand me. We are here to meet Jack. I want you to picture Jack in your minds. He was about 40 years old, thin, dark hair. He always seemed to have stubble around his jaw. He dressed plainly. He moved with grace and gentleness. He always had a warm smile for friend or stranger. He was a beautiful soul. The dead are very easily confused. The words we use must be precise. Therefore, I must do all of the talking. Not if you understand me. Let us begin. The shift happens in 3 stages. Stage 1 is a call from the land of the living. Ego voco de terra viventium. Ego voco de terra viventium. Ego voco de terra viventium. Stage 2, shifting the house to be in tune with the other side. Hoc domum transfere. Hoc domum transfere. Hoc domum transfere. Stage 3. Complete the shift and merge this plane with the land of the dead. Confundantur in terra mortuorum. Confundantur in terra Confundanter in terra mortuorum. I'm sensing a presence. If you can hear my voice, please give me a sign. Thank you. Can you manifest on this plane further? There is a vase on this table. Can you move it? Thank you. Can you enter this plane wholly, that we may speak directly with you? Yes. Yes. Jack, listen to the sound of my voice. You are in the land of the living. Use my voice as a beacon to anchor yourself here. Just concentrate on my voice. You're all right. Take your time, take it all in. Do not promise him anything. Jack! Yes, we're here. But I'm going to speak for both of us. Jack, try to focus your eyes. See us here, right in front of you. I'm going to ask you a question. Jack, who killed you? Who killed you in this house? Who is this? Who am I speaking to? Get out of here! No! Hey, you're awake. Yes, I can see you in there. You can feel the weight of the rope on your arms. I know it's rough, coarse. It's all I could find. I'll try to bring something softer. I am sorry. It's damp down here. Don't let the spiders bother you. Spiders are good. Spiders consume flies. This is the safest place. I can't let him leave. You understand? He's in you now. I'm sorry. I really am. I will work night and day. I will find a solution. I'm sorry.
In the heart of old Hollywood, a fear stands tall. with shadows that dance on velvet red walls. Jessica Mortem runs the show with a grin. Her laugh echoes through where spirits begin. Curtains rise to whispers that chill to the bone. Actors on stage, but they're never alone. Ghostly figures join each crafted scene. Jessica chuckles, it's all evergreen. Step right up, dear, and take a seat in Jessica's theater where the old and new meet. Feel the past linger with a shivering breath. Every performance, a dance with death. Silent movie stars flicker on the screen. Wisps of their essences float between. Jessica's smile hides secrets untold in this haunted palace of memories bold. Midnight strikes and the lights start to flicker. Audience gasps, hearts beating quicker. Jessica nods with a knowing glance. In her realm, the spirits do their eerie dance. Step right up, dear, and take a seat in Jessica's theater where the old and new meet. Feel the past linger with a shivering breath. Every performance, a dance with death.
Hello, darlings, and welcome to Tingler Theater. Tonight, I'm going to be revisiting one of my earlier hosted films, The Devil's Hand, also known as Witchcraft, and The Naked Goddess. You know, when I heard that title, I thought they were talking about me. It's about a man having dreams about a woman and eventually discovering a cult worshipping the devil god, Gamma. It was directed by William J. Hull, Jr., and was made in 1959, but wasn't released until September 13, 1961, by Crown International Pictures. Well, let's get the film started, shall we? At least the opening has some good dancing music.
Who are your friends?
My date for the afternoon. You're 20 minutes late.
Sorry.
You hear that? He says he's sorry. You think I should marry a man who's late for his appointment?
She's proposing again.
Only for the 17th time.
You waited all your life for the perfect mate. What's 20 minutes more?
You should get over that inferiority complex. What's wrong?
Nothing. I didn't get much sleep last night.
Or the night before, or the night before that. Why don't you see your doctor? Or get some sleeping pills. That may help.
Wouldn't do any good.
Well, let's get some lunch. You haven't got much time left on your lunch hour.
There's no rush.
Why, did they make you the boss or something?
I quit the other day.
You didn't tell me that. You said that this job was your big chance in electronics so that you could develop some of your own ideas. You said it was the kind of security you wanted for us to get married.
I know what I said. Be a little patient with me, honey. Please. How could I explain when I myself couldn't understand it? To dream about a woman night after night, a woman I'd never met, never seen before. And with each dream, she became more real, more alive, until it seemed that if my hand reached out, I could have touched her. Some will, stronger than my own, brought me here. Nothing was familiar to me. I'd never been here before, and yet I wasn't lost. An unknown force was guiding my steps, leading me to this courtyard. There was something here that was drawing me close like a magnet. I could feel it pulling me closer, closer. And then I saw it. That's it. That face, it's the same face of the woman who comes to me in my dreams. It's fantastic.
Oh, darling, it's probably just a coincidence.
That's she, all right.
Well, then let's go inside and see who posed for it. More than likely it's someone you know, and that would explain everything.
Hello, Mr. Turner. I have the doll ready for you.
You know my name?
Oh, I pride myself on my memory. You left your name when you brought in this picture for the portrait doll. Remarkable resemblance, don't you think?
Yes. But there must be some mistake.
Mistake? Oh, I don't think so. Let me check your order. Excuse me.
Donna, I didn't bring that photo in.
He just mistook you for someone else.
I don't understand this. First I dream of a face, then I see that face on a doll. Now I'm told I brought that photo in.
You're making too much out of it, Rick. There's just been a misunderstanding somewhere.
But he knew my name.
Do you walk in your sleep?
No, and I'm not leading a double life.
Who are you trying to convince? Me or yourself?
Would I have brought you here if I were?
I'm only kidding, Rick. Don't be so touchy. You'll see. There's a perfectly logical explanation for all this. Some of your friends have weird ideas of humor. Maybe one of them is playing a... Rick, that's me.
Sure looks like you.
It is me. Where do you get these ideas?
What are you talking about?
The doll, of course. Honestly, Rick, it was sweet of you to have it made for me. But why all the mystery? You went to so much trouble just to make it a surprise.
Donna, I didn't order this doll.
Darling, you must have.
And I'm telling you, I didn't
The
order it.
instructions all checked, Mr. Turner. Everything is exactly as you wanted it. Should I wrap it or send it to Miss Bianca Milan?
This doll, who ordered it?
That one, the lady in the photograph.
Take a good look at this picture and Miss Trent here.
Yes, I see what you mean. There is a slight resemblance.
Slight? That's me.
Merely a coincidence. I know the lady who brought this photo in.
Look, Mr.
Lamont, Francis Lamont.
Mr. Lamont, there must be some mistake. I didn't bring in any photo. I didn't order any doll. In fact, I've never even been in here before.
If you say so, sir, perhaps I was mistaken. It's paid for, so I'll send it to Miss Milan.
Rick, if you're playing some sort of a game, I don't find it very amusing. So let's take my doll and leave.
Donna, Look, just wrap this one up. I'll take this down.
This one, I'm afraid, is not for sale. If you'd care to leave a photo, I'd be happy to make one up for this young lady.
But she is the lady.
No, sir. She is not.
Come on, Rick. Let's go. Frightening. He just stood there looking at me.
I don't understand this.
Rick.
Well, what is it?
Oh, help me.
Take it easy.
Dr. Wright, report to clinic at once, please. Dr. Wright, report to clinic.
How is she, Doctor?
I just had Dr. Moore corroborate my diagnosis. It's a coronary condition, a muscle spasm of the heart.
How bad is it?
Well, it's hard to say at this stage. Frankly, her symptoms are a bit puzzling.
It all happened so fast.
It usually does, Mr. Turner. Now, you try not to worry. We're doing everything possible for her. Right now, she's resting quietly under sedation. You better try to get some sleep yourself. You'll be able to see her tomorrow.
Thanks, Doc.
Rick. Rick. I'm here. What's the matter? Can't sleep? Relax, Rick. Let's enjoy each other. Shall I sing until your head throbs with the sound of my voice? Shall I dance with you until the blood races through your veins? Do you find me desirable? Would you kiss me if you could? Would you hold me close?
I'm dreaming. It must be. What do you want?
You.
Who are you?
The man at the doll shop told you. Bianca Milan. The address is on the back of the photograph. Get it, Rick. And bring the doll. So simple. Why torture yourself any longer? I'll be waiting for you.
Now, Mr. Turner can only stay a few minutes. You're not to get excited.
But I always get excited when I see Rick.
Well, I don't blame you. He's quite a man. You have 3 minutes, Mr. Turner.
How do you feel?
Like a steamroller hit me.
Well, that makes 2 of us. You didn't tell me before you had trouble. With your heart, I mean.
I didn't. Until I fell in love with you. That will teach me never to be jealous again.
Well, that'll be a help.
Oh? What are you planning?
I'm not supposed to get you excited.
Tell me, Rick.
Yesterday I told you I didn't know any more about those dolls than you do.
Yes?
That was the truth, Donna. Last night I had another dream, vision, whatever the devil you want to call it.
The same girl?
Only this time she spoke to me. She said if I wanted to find the answer to all this, all I had to do was bring the doll to her.
Why, isn't she helpful?
Well, I've got to see her, don't you see? I've got to find out whether she's real or not. Once and for all, I've got to get this thing off my back.
I know you have to see her, darling. I guess I can't help acting like a woman. You've been honest with me, and I do believe you, but...
But what?
Please be careful.
Of what?
I mean it, Rick. There's more to it than just, well, call it premonition or woman's intuition if you like, but I'm afraid.
Of what?
I'm afraid I'm going to lose you.
To a dream?
To a dream that might be real.
You're the only real thing in my life.
Oh, Rick, I love you so.
Who prescribed that?
Best medicine in the world.
Good for whatever ails you.
When I think of the time I've wasted on vitamin pills.
Take care of yourself, darling. I'll see you soon.
Rick, be careful of the doll.
Oh, Mr. Turner, I do hope I wasn't indiscreet yesterday.
No. Miss Trent, the young lady who was with me, was just a little upset at seeing her photograph and that doll.
Of course.
May I see the name on the back of that photograph?
The one you think is Miss Trent?
Yes.
I'm sorry, but the doll and picture were picked up by the owner this morning.
Oh. Well, then I'll take that other doll, the one of Miss...
Bianca Milan? I anticipated your coming back.
How much do I owe you?
You paid me when you placed the order.
Did I?
In full. Good day, Mr. Turner.
Yeah.
You know, I should be taking some notes from Bianca. She's able to get a man to do whatever she wants. Yet when I'm in a man's dreams, he says it's a nightmare. I'm not sure why. Caramel. Well, let's get back to the film. I'll see you at intermission.
Bianca Milan?
Mr. Turner, I've been expecting you. Do come in.
You know I was coming?
Of course.
You were expecting me to deliver this.
Thank you. Lovely. The resemblance is amazing, don't you think? Shall we have a drink?
I prefer a little conversation, like my questions and your answers.
There's time, lots of it. Come, help me. This is our first drink together. We should mark the occasion with a toast. It's the first of many things together.
Such as dreams and portrait dolls.
And the sweet mysteries of life. hope you're hungry. I thought you might like to dine here. Just the two of us. My servant, Ammon, does very well with Occidental dishes. You may serve us now, Ammon. Ammon cannot speak.
I'm a little speechless myself.
I found him in Tibet. He belonged to an ancient cult of worshippers who believe sacrifice brings immortality. His tongue was his sacrifice.
The world has many strange religions. Forgive me for being so persistent, but what made you so sure I was coming here tonight?
I invited you and you accepted.
Let's be more specific. I'm here for just one reason.
I know why you're here, Rick.
Then you know about the dreams.
Naturally. It's a simple process of thought projection or thought transfer.
Thought projection. You're telling me that you danced and talked to me from this apartment? And I received your image and voice in my room?
You doubt me?
Of course not. I'll get you the number of a good psychiatrist. Maybe I'm a little dense, but I don't understand all of this.
What puzzles you?
Well, for one thing, why me?
You appeal to me.
Why does a woman with your attributes have to go to these extremes to have a man visit her? Why didn't you just whistle or something?
Would you have answered?
Perhaps not. But then I'm going to be married.
There's your answer, then. I had to condition you, wear down your resistance, make you want me. So I visited you through mental projection. You may not admit it, but I am firmly planted in your subconscious.
Could be. But what's so special about me that put you to so much trouble?
I saw you, I wanted you. That made you special.
We can't always have everything we want.
I can.
This thought projection, is it a special power you have, or can anyone play?
Will you prepare a drink for Mr. Turner and myself, Ahmed? Relax, Rick. Make yourself comfortable. Recognize him?
Me?
It helps in concentrating to have the image of the person to whom one's thoughts are directed.
Who gave you the recipe, Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde?
You're amused.
I'm sorry. I'll take you seriously, I promise. Tastes like devil's brew.
I can bridge any distance between us, no matter how great or how small. Concentration is essential. I can tell when I've made contact with you, when my thoughts and my image have reached you. Just relax and close your eyes while I concentrate. Oh, great God. Open your eyes, Rick. You can see me quite clearly now. Tell me what you see.
I see. I see through you. You're transparent. Cast no shadow, no reflection. There are disturbances around you. Wind, thunder, lightning. You're not real. You're
Rick. I'm here behind you.
What are you?
Don't you know?
You're a she-devil.
A witch.
You're evil. But beautiful. Fascinating.
Listen, Rick. As I once was, you would not have looked at me. I was unhappy and lost until I discovered Gamba.
Gamba?
The devil god of evil. I belong to a cult that worships Gamba. You met the high executioner at the doll shop, Francis Lamont.
He gave you this power of thought projection.
It's more than that. I've been given the power to control my destiny. I had everything life could offer until I saw you. I wanted you just as much as you want me now. You've already begun to forget Donna Trent.
You really are a witch. She-devil, whatever you are, I want you.
You must become one of us first.
Anything.
You must take the oath to Gamba.
Tomorrow.
Now. There's a meeting in progress. The High Executioner will perform the rites at midnight. We must hurry. Come on, Rick.
Welcome. The ceremony is underway.
Good evening, Francis. Mr. Turner wishes to join us.
I shall perform the rites after the sacrifice. Shall we go in? Our goddess of love. Bianca is our living image.
Tonight is the first night of the full moon. We must offer up sacrifice to Gamba. It's the devil god's decree that we offer a human for appeasement.
A human? You mean they're going to kill somebody?
Not necessarily, but a human is going to be offered on the altar of sacrifice, and it's up to Gamba to decide.
How does he make his decision?
It's like Russian roulette, except the odds are greater. Look up there. In our ceremony, we use a sword, concealed in one of the covers hanging from the wheel. The wheel is spun, and Gamba makes his decision. The cover is lowered upon the heart of the subject. If the sword is in the cover, it pierces the heart. If Gamba decides to spare his subject, the cover bends harmlessly.
Sounds like a million laughs. Does everybody get to play?
No. The subject is selected when in doubt of his loyalty during his test period.
Have you ever been...
My loyalty has been proven.
Worshippers of Gamba, the great devil god, hear me well. Tonight is the first night of the full moon. The tides rise to their highest level and vibrations fill the air. It is a time for restlessness and madness. It is a time for death. For Gamba decreaseth. Gamba, the great devil god, commands that one of you be tested. A human sacrifice must be offered. Only Gamba can determine whether a life will be taken. The judgment is his. Bring in the subject. O Gamba, great devil god, ruler of man's destiny, we offer this lovely girl on the sacrificial altar. You alone, in your wisdom, will judge her. If she is unworthy, if her loyalty is in doubt, then she must be punished. But should she prove deserving and fit to serve you, your power alone will spare her. O great Gamba, highest executioner, supreme devil god of evil, make your decision. Shall the maiden live or die? Gamba protects his own. The girl lives. Oh, thank you, great Gamba. You have proven yourself well.
our turn now.
He has been informed of our code and beliefs.
Yes, High Executioner.
Kneel. O great Gamba, we offer a new subject who has come to join us. During his trial period, watch him, study him, and then test him, O great devil god. Will you swear absolute allegiance to the great devil god Gamba?
I will.
Will you follow his commands without question, though it means someone's destruction, even your own?
I will.
You will, above all else, seal your lips and swear yourself to secrecy.
I will.
You, his sponsor, will be held accountable. Do you accept this responsibility?
I do.
It is done. From this moment on, there is no turning back. You are one of us now, a member of the cult of the great devil god Gamba. Guard this privilege well.
Is that all?
For now. A new life is going to begin for you, Rick. Take me home. Still don't quite believe, do you, darling? You have renounced goodness, forsaken virtue. You'll never escape me, darling.
I know it. God help me, I want it this way.
Never know how much I love you. Never know how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I get a fever that's so hard to bear. You give me fever. When you kiss me, fever. When you hold me tight, fever. In the morning, a fever all through the night. Sun lights up the daytime, moon lights up the night. I light up when you come running, and you know I'm gonna treat you right. You give me fever. When you kiss me, fever. When you hold me tight, fever. In the morning, fever all through the night. Everybody's got the fever, that is something you all know. Fever isn't such a new thing, fever started long ago. Romeo loved Juliet, Juliet she felt the same. When he put his arms around her, he said, Julie, baby, you're my flame, I'll give us fever. When we kiss us, fever without flaming use. Fever, I'm a fire. Fever, yeah, I burn forsooth. Captain Smith and Pocahontas had a very mad affair. When her daddy tried to kill him, she said, Daddy, oh, don't you dare give me fever. With his kisses, fever. fever when he holds me tight. Fever, I'm his missus. Oh, Daddy, won't you treat him right? Now you've listened to my story. Here's the point that I have made. Chicks were born to give you fever, be it Fahrenheit or centigrade, they give you fever. When you kiss them, fever, if you live, you learn. Fever, till you sizzle. What a lovely way to burn. What a lovely way to burn. What a lovely way to burn. What a lovely way to burn.
Now, here on the railway, who wins? And here comes Bugle Boy. Now, Karen Bugle Boy. Now, Karen Bugle Boy. And Bugle Boy by a head.
That makes 8 straight.
It's incredible, 8-horse Polly.
Happens all the time.
I just can't get over it. Yesterday you called me and said, buy every available share. Today it started to skyrocket. Last week you said, sell Amalgamated Industries. And the bottom dropped out.
Just lucky, I guess.
Something more than that. Someone is giving you some very valuable tips.
Well, let's just say I have a good advisor.
Goodbye, Mr. Bennett.
Goodbye. Should feel very proud of your protege. He's passed every test so far. Not once has he weakened in attempted contact with Miss Trent.
I never thought he would.
Your confidence in him is quite admirable, my dear. I am a little surprised.
At what?
Well, this little romance of yours has lasted longer than the others.
I've always come back to you, Francis.
Of course. That's why I can afford to be so tolerant of your brief affairs. You will keep this one brief, won't you, my dear? Your Rick will receive the loyalty test now. I hope he merits your belief in him.
If it isn't Rick Turner, Bianca's private property.
Well, what are you doing here?
I'm lost. Where's the nearest bar?
Looks like you've had enough already.
Rick, I'm in trouble. Isn't there someplace we can go and talk?
Come on.
What?
Coffee's still hot. Would you like some?
This is what I need.
You'd better drink this.
Good.
What's your problem?
How do you get out, Rick? How do you get your soul back? Devil God Gumby's got your soul, too. Don't you want it back?
You don't know what you're saying. You're drunk.
Gotta get out. I've got to.
You've been sworn to secrecy. We all have. For your own sake, don't say any more.
Why? Did you tell on me?
What makes you think I won't?
You're not the type. You don't belong in this any more than I do.
You should have thought of that before you joined.
Well, you don't know. They play with evil like it was some kind of a new toy. They cut all the goodness out of you, and you forget what it's like to be kind. You become a robot without any will of your own. And the things they make you do. But suddenly, they don't have to make you do those things anymore. You do them because you want to. And then it's too late, because you're past all decency.
Shut up.
You're afraid. Not for me, but for yourself. Oh, I know the pattern well. Bianca has used her powers for you, hasn't she? She's given you a taste of easy money and shown you what you'll be able to do when you receive these powers.
Stop it.
It's not worth it, Rick. Believe me, I know. I'd give anything to go back, to live again without fear.
You'd better go.
You are afraid.
Just get out of here. I should never have listened to you. Go on, get out. I don't want to hear any more. Tell Miss Milan I'm here.
Whatever you're drinking, I'll have one too.
My darling, you're trembling.
Am I? Bianca, what would you do if I told you?
What?
Nothing. Just thinking out loud.
What's troubling you? Maybe I can help.
Well, I've learned of I've heard. There's a disloyal member in the cult.
Why should this trouble you?
She's kind of confused. She's...
A woman? There's no problem here. Your duty is clear. You must report her.
What will they do to her?
That's not your concern.
She'll be tested. That's it, isn't it? She'll be placed under the wheel. Bianca, I can't.
You must. Have you forgotten your own loyalty may be tested? If you love me, you won't hesitate. Not for a minute. Darling, I took an oath with you, remember? If you don't report this girl, you place me in equal jeopardy. Rick, darling, I couldn't bear it not to see you again.
What's keeping him?
He'll be here in a minute, darling. Just relax.
All these dolls just staring at you.
Frank is quite fanatic about them, especially his own. In his eyes, his doll is his soul.
Gamber is pleased. You've done well, Rick.
Hey, what is this?
I give my report to Mr. Lamont, and he's very satisfied.
You mean this whole thing was a setup?
Precisely.
Well, you play some nice games.
You may wait for me in the other room.
Let's go, Rick.
Bianca, I don't wish to detain you, but if you'd give me just a moment more.
Excuse me, darling.
That'll be fine.
Thank you, Francis.
Well, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Night, Rick.
Night.
I thought it was the nurse.
How do you feel?
Fine. Nothing ever changes with me. How about you?
Okay. Where's Miss Frank?
The nurse? Oh, she's off my case. I have a new one.
Oh.
Rick. I understand.
Do you?
It's not a very romantic prospect being tied down to an invalid.
Donna, no, you don't understand.
Please. It's enough that you came.
Listen to me, Donna. You may not believe what I'm going to tell you, but at midnight tonight, you're going to be all right. Any discomfort you feel will disappear. Your strength will return. Your health will be restored.
At midnight. What makes you so sure?
Just trust me. I know it's a hard thing to ask after what's happened, but trust me. I'll call you tomorrow. It's getting rather late. I should be leaving.
Thank you for dropping by, Francis.
My dear, you're an extraordinary woman, but a woman nevertheless.
It took a lot of arranging to get Mary in as her nurse. It was for a purpose, wasn't it?
It was, my dear. However, don't you think this relationship has reached its end?
No.
You mean because Rick visited this girl today, you think you're losing your hold on him?
If I lose my hold on him, how can you hope to keep yours? If he should leave the cult, he could be a threat to us.
What is it you feel should be done?
Get rid of the girl.
Let's not be hasty. We'll wait a few days and see what happens.
As you say. Are you going home now?
Not directly, no. I have to go back to the shop for a few minutes. Good night, my dear.
Good night.
Well, only be a few minutes.
remarkable. The pain's gone. And outside of being a little weak from too much bed rest, I feel fine. How on earth did you... All right, I won't ask any more questions. Rick, will I see you again? All right. I understand. Goodbye, Rick.
Now, how do you feel today?
Fine.
That's good. I brought you some coffee. If you need anything else, just ring the bell.
Hello? Yes, Mary? Thank you. Prepare some drinks for us. I'm expecting Mr. Turner. Hello, darling.
I got your message. It sounded urgent.
Frank is calling a meeting at 10:30 tonight.
Well, what's up?
We don't question Frank. We just obey. Aren't you going to kiss me?
You witch. You beautiful, evil witch.
I'm never going to let you go. Remember that.
I'll never want to go. You remember that. What's going on?
You love me?
You know I do.
It's odd, isn't it? How sometimes the things we do so innocently can be misinterpreted.
Like what?
For instance, someone might completely misunderstand your close contact with Miss Trent lately.
So that's it.
It's true, isn't it? You've been to see her. You've spoken with her on the phone.
Listen to me. Maybe once I thought I was in love with Donna, but that's over with.
Is it?
What do you think?
I think I'd like to be sure.
How much proof do you need? Every waking minute you're on my mind. Even when I sleep, I can't shake you. You're all around me. In the air. In the rain and in the sunlight. You're as much me as I am.
Tell me. Tell me.
I know what you are. I know what you've made me, but it doesn't matter. Nothing does. I can't kiss you without wanting more. I'll never have enough of you. If I thought I'd lose you,
You'd what?
I'd kill you.
We shall begin. The great Gamba has been offended. He demands retribution. There is a traitor among us. Someone in this room does not belong. The devil god has been betrayed. Traitor! Hear me well. You have been discovered. Gamba knows which one you are. At midnight tonight, you shall die. Gamba will be avenged. We shall meet again here at 12:30. One of you will not be among us.
Shut that music off.
Darling, it's so good. Great Gamba, justice has been done. Your unworthy servant has been eliminated. Let Gamba's betrayer serve as an example for the rest of you. The traitor Lindell did not believe. He was here to expose us. He was going to publicize us and maliciously attack the great devil god. The danger is past. The intruder has been removed from our midst. One moment, please. You will stay. Come here. The light is better and there's something I want you to see.
Believe me, Frank. Francis, I had no
How
idea.
long have you been with us now?
Well, over a year.
Over a year. When you can still be so foolish, so dangerously careless.
But he lied to me, too. I didn't know he was a newspaper man.
Here are some of the notes he was making. Not very flattering, are they?
If I would have known, I wouldn't have sponsored him. I swear it.
Would you be good enough to get your doll from the shelf?
No, you can't.
Oh, just a moment. Bianca, it's Mary calling from the hospital.
Thank you. Hello, Mary. Thank you for calling. I don't think I'll be needing you any longer at the hospital.
How did you hear about it? She was only discharged a few minutes ago.
Discharged? That's impossible. I see.
Just a minute.
Goodbye, Mary.
Goodbye, Miss.
Rick. How nice of you to come for me.
Well, don't be nice to me, Donnie. You're just making things more difficult.
She just left. Mr. Turner picked her up.
Thank you, Mary.
It seems your first suspicions were correct.
There's no doubt now, but it was Rick who was in here the other evening.
I shall have to use greater discretion in passing out keys. What do you intend doing with that?
If you don't mind, I have my own plans for it.
As you wish.
Then this gesture is just for old time's sake?
Something like that.
Pretty fancy car.
Belongs to a friend of mine. I know I owe you some sort of explanation, but there's very little I can say. Don, I want you to leave. Leave this town. Move away, far away from me.
But why?
I can't give you any explanations that would make any sense. Just believe me. For your own sake and for mine, Donna, I'm asking you to leave.
All right. Donna. 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 Can you hear me, Donna? Yes. Who are you? It's not easy to reach you, but I'm beginning to. Donna.
I've been calling you all evening.
I'm sorry, some things to attend to.
You might have at least let me know.
Don't be angry, darling. I said I'm sorry.
Worshippers of the great devil god Gamba, another full moon is above us. It is a time to pass judgment, a time to offer sacrifice, a time to test the unworthy. One among you must be called upon to prove his loyalty, to erase all doubt. Bring in the subject. This young girl is to be the sacrifice. You stare at her without recognition, but there is one here who knows her. She was a part of his past. A past he should have deserted when he declared himself to Gamba.
I did, I swear it.
Why then did you enter these premises one night under the veil of darkness? Why then did you remove the pin from the doll, thereby administering the cure?
I have not been disloyal. Bianca, tell him. You've got to believe me.
Oh, great Gamba, he asks for your trust. This unworthy servant begs to be believed. It is for you to say. Step forward. Prove yourself. It shall be your hand that turns the wheel.
My hand? Then I am to blame if the sword...
Blame? This is not a question of blame. This is a question of loyalty. Spin the wheel.
But why her? Test me if you must.
That is precisely what we are doing. Have you forgotten your oath of allegiance? You swore to follow the commands without question, though it meant someone's destruction, perhaps even your own. Spin the wheel.
It's all her doing. I warned you of the danger, but you wouldn't listen. You speak of a choice. There's no choice here. That knife is set to kill. Murderers. All of you. Gamba! 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 Are you all right?
What was I doing in there?
Never mind. The important thing is that you're safe and free of it.
Are you free of it, too?
Yes, darling, we both are.
That's what he thinks.
You know, she should know by now, the way to a man's heart is not through a devil-worshipping cult. It's through his stomach. Eulogy learned that when she married Hewitt, God knows how long ago. Join me next time when I host Rocket Ship XM and whatever shit my sister decided to show. Good night, darling.
Step right up, dear, and take a seat in Jessica's theater where the old and new meet. Feel the past linger with a shivering breath. Every performance, a dance with death.